declaring your winner by knockout, Landry the Lone Star Kid.
Before we get started, a quick shout out to our sponsors. We're on Niz over at Condor Moving Systems. For any of your moving needs in DFW area, y'all hit her up. My boy Rigo with DFW Heights Roofing for all your roofing and construction needs. Hit up DFW Heights. And then North Texas Boat Clean and Dylan Taylor for all your boating and yacht cleaning necessities. Go ahead and hit them up. And then here in Florida, want to shout out Alan and Alejo over at Kings of Doral Barbershop. Y'all hit them up. But yeah, as you see, got two beers here in front of us. Unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, my fight April 17th has been canceled. Hopefully just postponed until this situation clears up and hopefully blows over. Right now it doesn't seem like it's going to blow over.
Yeah, it looks kind of crazy. Like, you go into the stores and stuff, you don't see anybody in the stores, and it's kind of scary at a point, but...
Because everybody was already there, taking everything off the shelves. Bro, it's crazy how much people like panic in a situation like this.
Yeah, like today, we went to the grocery store over here in the corner, and they're only allowing you to buy 2 of each item, like 2 waters, 2 toilet papers, 2 like antibacterials, like everything in 2s. You're not allowed to buy more than 2s.
How we gonna live? How we gonna get by? Are we gonna get by?
Oh, we always get by. We're gonna go on some hunter-gatherer shit.
Bro, for real. Dan Bazarian tweeted, he said, all those people who are against guns are gonna wish they had them here in a few weeks. And shit, honestly, it's looking like it. And I said I'm gonna get a tattoo of a Corona bottle, 2012, and then the hurricane that I survived last time I was down here training for all the world events that I've survived.
2012?
2012, you don't remember the world was supposed, Nostradamus said the world was supposed to end in 2012.
Oh, shit, I don't know that guy.
I don't know that guy. Yeah, so it was supposed to, I was in like junior high. Me and probably like 10 other guys I knew were like, well, fuck it, if the world's gonna end, let's go end it playing football. And we went and were playing football at our junior high field, and one of my friends broke our other friend's collarbone. We're like, well, let's see what happens. And then the time came. Hey, we made it.
The world was supposed to end in 2002 with the 2K thing, and it didn't end. I don't think the world's ever gonna end. It's just people freak out and turn into big pussies.
Bro, people get fucking crazy. When have you ever seen sports get canceled though?
No, that's the first time. That's the one that worried me. I was like, damn, sports got canceled? This shit's real. But then it's like, who do you know that has died from the corona or even has the coronavirus?
All right, Eddie Bravo. Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah.
Gendry lied to us today. Gendry and Allen, bro, they had us.
Yeah, I thought they really had it. But honestly, tell me of one person that you've met that has coronavirus.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't. Apparently, there's 15 confirmed cases in Broward, which is the county we're in. But
supposedly, in the United States, there's 3,680 cases, 68 deaths, and 59 have recovered from it.
Where are the bodies? I want to talk to somebody who's recovered.
I don't know.
I want to know if they're like, yeah, like my nose was running, I was coughing, and then now I'm fucking here.
I think you, Mark, and Little Jose had the coronavirus like a week and a half ago.
Bro, I don't know. I got a fever for like 2 days, and then took some over-the-counter meds, and it went away. Hopefully it's not still in the system.
I don't know, man. It's just a bunch of liberals running around.
A bunch of liberals, bro. They're trying to get our boy Trump out of the office. What are they doing over there?
I think it's population control in China. I think they're trying to get rid of.
I was thinking they did population control there, and that shit just got out of hand.
I think one got away.
One got
away.
Or China's just trying to start biological warfare, sending that shit over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay no mind to it. If it's real, it's real. If it's not, it's not. We got an email yesterday saying that somebody in our apartment complex had it.
Yeah, that's fucked. But
do they really have it?
but do they really have it, or are they just coughing?
It could be all a conspiracy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It was all a joke until sports got canceled.
Yeah, everything got canceled.
Oh, how are they going to do that? What are we supposed to watch nowadays? And then, let's see, colleges canceling their sports, senior athletes losing out on their last year of college sports. Some of them probably like their 5th year in college. They went JUCO and then went.
Are they gonna make the seasons longer, or is just like are they gonna start them later, or what are they gonna do?
We'll see. Apparently this is just the beginning, so we'll see how long this thing drags out. But I think personally that if it does end seasons for spring sports, that colleges should give another year of eligibility to senior athletes to let them play, for baseball and golf and all these spring sports that are getting canceled.
How about the guys that were planning on getting signed this year? They really don't want that extra year because they want that money.
Yeah,
they're in a fucked up situation.
The draft's canceled. Fuck, I was really looking forward to seeing somebody fall in.
Where the NFL draft?
Yeah, the NFL draft they're gonna do in Vegas. I don't know if that was this year, next coming year.
I don't know, man. What pissed me off is that baseball's canceled. That's the only other sport that I really follow besides fighting. And at least the UFC kept their show Bellator towards their offer.
At least Coker paid the fighters still.
He did?
Yeah, he still paid the fighters. So that's wrong. Yeah, losing out on that paycheck, that would fucking suck, dude. You go through a whole 8 to 12 week camp. No job. Looking forward to getting that fight check. And then
it just happened to you?
Yeah. I was definitely looking forward to getting that. Fuck. But UFC kept that one card going, UFC Brasilia. We'll get to that in a minute. But now they're having trouble booking these other ones. They were going to book Edwards and Woodley. That's this weekend on the 21st, and then there's an April 11th card. They were planning on moving both of those to the UFC Apex Center. And then Nevada Athletic Commission just came out, I believe today, saying they're canceling all events. So now Dana's looking at tribal lands in, was it California and Alabama or something?
Well, with the Indians and stuff?
Yeah.
They don't care. They let everything go over there.
They're going to get some shamans to come throw some fucking medicine on the cage.
I kind of enjoyed watching the fights without all the noise in the background. You kind of get to hear the hits, the corners talk. You get to see the fighters' expressions a little bit better. I liked it.
Yeah. It definitely makes it a little more eerie for a fighter going in. I cornered Vic on that Dana White's Contender Series, and it's definitely a completely different energy and feeling you get when you walk out to no walkout music. But there's still fans there. There's probably 75 fans at that one. There was absolutely none at the UFC Brasilia. Such a different energy walking in there with nobody in there, no sound. You hear everything.
I think what's his name was the one that got mad about his family not being there and all of that.
Moicano?
Yeah, he was kind of pissed about that.
I think he was just mad that guy didn't put up a good fight against him.
I don't know, man. It was funny. There was 2 instances yesterday that the guys were trying to talk and they completely fucked it up. Gilbert Burns was one of them. They hit the pause button on him.
Colby, I'm gonna. This is live. This is ESPN. I'm gonna beat you up. I wish he should have just said, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of you."
Yeah. I wonder if he knows that they have a beat button.
Yeah.
It's he should have just said it.
Yeah.
I think he's Christian though. I think he might be a Christian or a religious guy. All those Brazilians are pretty religious.
That's true. Yeah, the respect he had for Maia in that fight, he could have knocked him out cold. He dropped him. Was like, all right.
Yeah, but I don't know. The thing with this whole thing with the sports and all that is as long as the athletes get paid, I'm fine with it. I could wait an extra 3 weeks, 4 weeks to watch a game. But guys like you, guys like Justin, and guys that we're gonna fight in the Bellator show right now, they got paid, so it's cool. But guys like you in smaller shows, they don't get paid, and you guys put the same amount of work as the guys in the bigger shows.
Yeah, that shit's killer. And mine, at least mine's
Postponed.
5 weeks out it gets canceled. Our boy Justin, who we did that interview with, his got canceled the day before weigh-ins. That's just
Yeah, that's crazy.
fuck. That hurts. So much goes into that, and you're in what some people say the hardest part of the fight, the weight cut, and then in the middle of doing that, or right towards the end of doing that, boom, no fight. Damn, I really just did that for nothing.
The boxing card in Miami got canceled after the weigh-ins. So they made weight. They did everything, the media, everything, and then they called them the next day, like at 12 o'clock, fight day, that they weren't fighting.
Bro, I'd be so pissed. I'm already mad that I got canceled 5 weeks out. I can't imagine getting canceled the day of or the day before.
Yeah, man. I don't know how all this shit's gonna end up. As long as man, there's no chicken in the goddamn grocery store.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
That is fucking crazy.
I'm pissed.
Fuck this. I'm
Yeah.
pissed. What are you gonna do? People go. You see videos, people fighting over toilet paper.
I use wipes.
Hey, you're gonna have to take showers from now on. After every time you shit.
I don't know, man. I think it's the media making it worse than what it actually is. But then if it's really this bad, it's like we're gonna be in the same situation that Italy and those other countries are at.
I think it's definitely a better safe than sorry approach. They're like, well, if this can prevent it, let's go ahead and do this so that it doesn't get completely out of hand. Because if they have all these sporting events and somebody who has it does go to a sporting event, then shit, instead of infecting just one other person, they have the chance to infect 20, 30 other people. So we're not fucking doctors. We're just conspiracy theorists. We have no idea what's going on.
I think it's just the flu. It's a strong flu. But fuck all that. Let's just get into the fights and drink our Coronas.
Drink our Coronas, the good Coronas.
So, which one was the first fight that we're gonna talk about?
Shit, the first one off the top of my head I can remember is the Moicano one.
Moicano one. So I think that was the fourth fight of the night.
Fourth of the night.
Yeah, that was a big win for him. I think that was his first fight at 155. He looked good.
Yeah, I was wondering why they gave him a no name at first. I didn't realize it was his
He
first
has
at
a name,
155.
bro. He has a name. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
His mom doesn't call him, hey, no name.
He's beaten Aldo. He's beaten he beat another big name before Aldo. I think the Korean Zombie. And then he moves up and fights
no name.
Joe Blow, Joe Schmo.
But
man, shit, he looked like a top contender against whoever this guy was.
He definitely made him look like he had no name.
For real. Choked him out in 35 seconds.
What was that thing you told me yesterday that he was mad about?
He was like, bro, put up a fucking fight. He's like, how are you gonna come here and let me whoop your ass in 30 seconds?
It kind of looked like he gave him the choke.
Yeah, he was like fighting the hand, it was over his chin, and then he was like, and then it sunk in, and he just.
I think he's like, nobody's watching. Let me just get it. Nobody's
Like,
here.
I don't like fighting in front of no fans. Fuck this. I'm out of here.
But yeah, man, I don't know. He just that fight was just quick work. He went in there and murdered this guy.
Yeah, he is a stud fighter, so
Yeah, I like his boxing. He's got clean boxing.
I don't know if he dropped him or not, but I know he caught Aldo with a body shot. I'd have to go back and watch that fight. I can picture that happening, but I can't picture if he dropped him or not. Just a combo.
Who was the one that beat him? Because he was about to get a title shot and he got knocked out, I think.
I have to go back and study the dude. I can go look it up right now. Who's the fight after him? Was it Burns?
Yeah.
Because I think those fights were 9 straight decisions up until the last 3 fights, and the last 3 fights were all finishes.
Yeah, because the first fight was Brandon Moreno, and he dominated Formiga.
Hoosier Formiga.
Yeah, he dominated him.
That was a pretty big fight for the flyweights.
Yeah. And then after that was the Trinaldo Mikesi
okay.
fight. I think, man, Trinaldo actually looked really good yesterday. Like,
He's like 40 years old, isn't he?
yeah, I saw him. His last fight I saw was against James Vick, and it was kind of like a kind of a boring fight. But James Vick came out on top. He beat him, but I had not seen him in a while after that fight. But he came to fight yesterday. It was a good fight.
And it was the Korean Zombie who knocked out Moicano.
That's what it was,
and
right?
that's why he moved up to 55.
Yeah.
I knew he'd have fought them. I thought he beat the Korean Zombie though.
Yeah, he got clipped in that fight.
Yeah, Korean Zombie's raw.
Yeah.
His translator's not though.
Yeah,
His translator got bitch slapped by Ortega.
And then acted like a bitch about it. He's like, I had nothing to do with it. You're an innocent bystander, bro.
He should have slapped Ortega, then just ran.
Shit, do something. At least pretend you're gonna slap him. If you slap me and I know you can whoop my ass, I'm gonna at least pretend I'm gonna slap you back. You know, I know
Get something in.
You're in an arena, everybody's gonna jump in.
Chances are Ortega's the one getting in trouble if you retaliate.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
Yeah, I think it wasn't even about the retaliation. He was like, fuck this guy's crazy.
He's like, yo, Korean Zombie, where you at? Come help me. That is kind of fucked that he waited till the Korean Zombie walked away to go slap him.
He had to, bro. The Korean Zombie has Young Kong Un behind him, bro. He doesn't want that type of beef.
Who?
I don't know that guy. You know, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Young Kong U.
Yeah, that guy's scary, bro.
I have no fucking idea who you're
That's the
talking
president of Korea. The crazy
about. Oh,
guy.
Kim Jong
I
Un.
don't know.
He's from South Korea, not North Korea, buddy.
North, South, same shit.
It is not. It is not the same shit.
One is stricter than the other one, bro. That's it.
A lot more strict.
I don't know. I don't really know about Koreans. I know they do Taekwondo.
They got Taekwondo.
That's about it.
That's about it. But fuck, who was after that? Burns. Gilbert Burns looked like an animal.
Yeah, after the
Same.
Trinaldo fight, yeah, I think it was Trinaldo, no, and then after the Trinaldo, it was Nikita versus Johnny Walker.
Oh yeah, I think. How do we even forget that was supposed to be such a big fight?
Yeah, I think Nikita just dominated 3 rounds.
Bro, Johnny Walker is such a fucking head case. Like I feel like he has all the like tools to be a top contender, but just he does not know how to put them together. He just wants to be crazy.
I think he just wants to be a star. He wants to be like, like he's trying to have that it factor, and he kind of has it, but you got to win.
But like, don't force it either.
With his blue hair yesterday,
What the fuck? I was like, where did this come from?
he got dominated. He got ragdolled.
Fighting a dude with 26 wins, all finishes.
At least he didn't get finished.
True that.
You could look at it that way.
You can't win. It's the small wins.
Yeah. But and you lost to a guy called Nikita. I'll get my ass whooped at my house if I lose to a guy with a girl name.
Nikita.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a little bit of a
Yeah.
I can see that. I'll get my ass whooped. You just get home, your dad's like, you fucking pussy. Just beats the shit out of you.
You lost to Nikki? Get the fuck out of here.
Nikki.
I don't know, man, but I think Johnny Walker's I'm not going to say he's done, but he could forget anything that has to do with the title.
Yeah.
For a while.
For a long time. That's so crazy. Just like 2-3 fights ago, everyone was like, oh, Johnny Walker's next in line. Johnny Walker's going to be the one to dethrone the king.
The hype train. Those hype trains are real, man. They'll get you up there. They'll fill up your head with gas, and you'll just spiral down quick as fuck.
That's true. Yeah, and I don't think he had the right people around him to keep his head in line either. It doesn't seem like.
Shit, he had one of the best coaches for this camp, and he couldn't keep his head.
Exactly.
I think he just might be the problem. There's guys that they're the problem. You can have the best people around you, but if you don't have your head on right, nobody can help you. It's like Kevin Lee. Later on, we'll talk about him, but it's the same exact principles. Like if you have the right people behind you, and you don't want to do what they're telling you to do, it's your fault.
Like you have all the tools in yourself, and the people around you have all the tools to help you as well. But you just lack that one thing, just that mentality. And it's crazy how mental this game is too. A lot of this is mental.
I used to think it was corny when people would be like, "Oh, it's 90% mental, 10% skill." I was like, "Man, that's such horseshit." But now, as I get older, I realize that it is mental.
It is.
You could have all the talent in the world and not win a fight. Like, it happens. I've seen guys like that.
Yeah.
But then there's guys that are hard workers that have the mentality and they're not as talented and they become world champions.
Yeah, being able to like be under pressure, like we're talking about fighting with no fans or fans. I feel like the pressure that comes with fighting in front of fans breaks a lot of people mentally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like also fighting in front of no fans is a mental strain as well. I don't know, but that's I don't know, that competition anxiety and performance anxiety that people with all that talent that fold under that pressure get.
My biggest thing was I was opposite of you. I didn't like crowds. I was like, damn, if I get knocked out in front of all these people, I'm gonna look like an ass. And that's what always would hold me back and it would make me wrestle in my fights. Because I didn't want to get like me. I like the whole boxing part of the game, but I didn't like the kicking. So I was like, I could see myself 2-3 days before the fight, just seeing myself get head kicked and highlight reel. And I was like, fuck that. I'm taking this guy down at all costs.
Fuck that. I don't know. So I'll picture bad situations happening sometimes, but never to the point of me like getting knocked out. That thought never crosses my mind. I'm always thinking of I'm gonna get the finish. I'm gonna be the one with my hand raised, and it's gonna people be going crazy for me because I just put on a crazy performance. But yeah, I know Nate Diaz has that like every time before a fight. I remember he said that. I think he said this to Ariel Helwani. He's like, I always picture bad situations. I don't picture anything good. I'm like, such a weird way to look at a fight. Why not both? Why not both?
And he's successful to a certain extent.
To an extent for sure.
But you see him, he was never able to be on top of the game. His big claim to glory was arguably beating Conor McGregor he beat Conor McGregor the first fight,
the second one.
and then arguably beating him in the second one, and those are the two biggest fights of his career. Because other than that, is like, what has he really done? He has a shitload of fights in the UFC. You gotta respect that, but he's not his brother. Like his brother was a world champion. His brother, I think he piggybacked a lot of off his brother.
Yeah.
You know, his brother was always the big name. He was never the big name until he fought Conor.
Yeah.
And he was still not the big name because everybody still wanted Nick to come back.
Yeah, I think they get a lot of hype just for being the OGs.
Yeah.
Just a tough dude to come to throw down.
Yeah.
And they won probably the majority of the fights. He probably has like a 20-10 somewhere record around there, but that's just what they're known for. Nick was at the top though.
Yeah,
he got in the belt.
Force.
Yeah, Strikeforce.
And I think Nick paid for a lot of stuff, like in the sense of the whole weed thing. Nick got suspended for almost 5 years for weed.
Yeah,
now you can smoke weed. Who's to say? I think Nick could have been the champ for those 4 years in the UFC. I think Nick got the fucked up end of the steel of the deal in every sense of the word with the UFC. But other people are getting the benefits of it now, so I guess he could look at himself like the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Nick Diaz is probably one of the best fighters I've ever seen in my life. Nate, all the respect to the world, but he wasn't his brother. Like his brother had everything except wrestling, but everything else he had.
Yeah. I didn't really grow up much with like watching Nick Diaz. I just watched like the old highlights and stuff of him. Obviously, he was a G, but yeah, continuing on those fights. Who were we just talking about?
We were talking about Walker, and then
Walker. Yeah.
We already talked about Moncayo, however you say his name, and then now we have Gilbert Burns against Damian Maia.
Old school, new school, right there for Brazil. That was the new school shining through.
Yeah, I like Gilbert. I've always liked Gilbert Burns since I saw him at the Blackzilians. I went to visit one of my friends, and I think it was there. I think that's where I saw him, and then I seen him fight a couple times on the UFC, and I've always liked the kid. The kid's a stud.
Yeah, I think I want to say that was the first time I saw him fight live. Seen like highlights of him. I've heard his name before, but that was the first time I've seen him live. And shit, he held his own with Maya on the ground. Got up from the bottom, hit a pretty good sweep, and knocked him out with a clean punch.
Yeah,
One punch sat him down, thought he had him knocked out, then just boom, fired away.
he's got power, man, and his grappling exchanges were crazy because Maya was taking his back. He got out of it. He got up and put him out. Gilbert Burns is a problem, bro. He's
He's definitely next up and winning the top of the division. Obviously called Colby out. We'll see what happens there. Shit, we'll see we'll see when the next fights even happen.
I like to see him against Kobe because I know Kobe could take him down, but I wonder if Kobe could hold him down.
Yeah,
That's gonna be the big thing. Kobe could take anybody down in that division, but could he hold him down?
yeah. Shit. And when he goes for the takedown, is he gonna get submitted?
Yeah.
Like Oliveira pulled out.
I think Gilbert Burns wants Kobe's head, bro. I think he wants to
obviously. Every Brazilian alive wants Colby's head.
I think he's gonna try to knock him out. I think he could do it. I think Gilbert Burns can knock out Kobe, but you gotta always be careful with that wrestling. And Kobe's got good boxing now, good boxing, good kickboxing, so and the best cardio in the game.
Yeah, for sure. That guy can go for hours. I was surprised.
No homo.
No, no, it's all that porn star cardio. That's what he calls it.
You know what's crazy? Like, who do you think has better cardio, him or Kamaru Usman? Because Usman was
I was saying
shit.
Usman looked fucking crazy in their fight. He wouldn't stop. You could see Colby got a little bit tired, and Kamaru was eating shots and giving out some shots and just.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. I kept thinking about that when they were fighting. I'm like, bro, Kamaru doesn't even look bad.
Yeah. When's he gonna breathe heavy? And with all that muscle too, it's like that doesn't make sense. It's that EPO.
Shit, I don't know about that, but
Possibly.
If it's not, that guy has a gas tank.
Yeah, for sure. Shit. When's he's supposed to fight George in July, right?
Yeah, I think George puts him out of his misery. Though. I think George knocks him out. George is too explosive in the first 3 rounds, I think. And he fought a guy called the Viking something. I heard probably 4 or 5 fights ago. Kamaru Usman fought him, and that guy gave him trouble in the first round. If he runs into that type of trouble with George, he's getting knocked out. I think Kobe was outstriking him the whole fight, but
it was definitely neck and neck. Like they were both delivering some big shots.
I had it 4-1 Kobe obviously because he got knocked out, but I think he had won the first 4 rounds.
Yeah, it was just crazy to see 2 decorated wrestlers have a kickboxing match.
I can't get over that. I don't know why Kobe didn't try to take him down.
I think they were both like, "Fuck this!" Everybody's been talking shit about us, and everybody's been saying that we're just gonna wrestle. So let's go duke it out. And
I respect that, but it was stupid on Kobe's part.
Go to your roots.
Especially if you got your jaw broken in the 3rd round or fracture, whatever. You know what happened because you went back to the corner telling your corner, I think he broke my jaw.
Yeah.
Take him down, make a scramble. It's the 5th round. You're winning almost every round of the fight. Let's say you could have had it 3-2. You still secure, you know what I'm saying? You have it 2-2. You secure that round. You know, but I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking or what his corner was telling him, but he played that shit completely wrong and he paid for it.
He's probably telling him, just breathe.
Yeah, right? Oh.
No name dropping, but
no
name dropping, but
I'm sipping on my Corona.
no name dropping, but breathe. Breathe.
I'm like
Just
Kermit
breathe.
on this one. It's none of my business.
For the full minute in the corner. spree.
You made me nervous with that one. I'm
I saw you. You're like,
I was
whoa.
about to say something. I'm like, no.
You're like, hey, no more jokes about that, right?
On to the next subject.
Okay. Charles Oliveira looking like an absolute animal against Kevin Lee. Dude, was this his third fight at lightweight? 2 knockouts and then this submission. I think he's ready for the upper echelon.
Oh yeah, the guy's jiu-jitsu transitioning is out of this world.
Bro, looked effortless. It literally just looked like he was on the ground. Just like,
With the Division
this
One
is
wrestler.
where I'm going.
That's the crazy part. Kevin Lee's a Division One wrestler. He's not doing that to a striker. He's doing that to a Division One wrestler that has submitted top guys in that division, and he's playing with him.
And you know what's crazy? That a Division One wrestler like him seems, don't know for sure, but seems to have a weak mind.
He breaks. He definitely breaks.
And I feel like he beats himself a lot, and then we thought Sahabi was gonna be the one to come and fix him and show him the ropes. And,
Do you know what happened? You didn't hear what happened?
No.
All right, so he comes out, which I think is kind of bullshit too, because he was not winning the fight. He comes out and he's like, I followed the game plan for his first 2 rounds exactly how my corner told me to do. And in the 3rd round, I decided to change the game plan. But I think you lost the first and you lost the 2nd round. You definitely controlled on top a little bit. You did what you could do. But
not to the extent of winning.
Yeah. But let's say that was the game plan. Maybe you're down 2-0, but you keep following the game plan, maybe something opens up. But for you to tell your corner, no, I'm going to do what I want to do, and then you get submitted 28 seconds into the round, that's on you. Yeah. That's on you. That's not on anybody but you, and he has nobody to blame but himself.
Thinking back, was that the only takedown that he went for in that fight?
I think so.
Yeah.
So it's like I heard his interview. He's like, I did what they told me the first 2 rounds, and I told him I'm going to try something new. And he gets submitted. Like, come on, bro.
I think he just wanted to take him down because he was tired of getting his ass whooped.
I think he wanted a way out.
Yeah.
He wanted a way out. And then
Oliveira was piecing him up, too, striking. His striking looked crisp as well.
He was beating him everywhere.
He can throw all these crazy strikes because he does not care if you take him down.
He could take a shot because Lee landed a couple.
Lee landed a few on him. He's literally just throwing, jumping, and spinning stuff at any point. Just like, if he takes me down, he takes me down. I don't really care.
Man, I was impressed with him last night because I'm one of the guys that's like, this kid's been given every opportunity. He always chokes at the end. I was telling you before the fight. And to finally see him get over the hump, it was like, damn. I was happy for him because he's been in there since he was 18 years old, fighting the best of the best of the best. Like, there's nothing but respect for a kid like that.
Yeah, since 20 or so, fighting guys like Paul Felder, Donald Cerrone. Fucking, he's been fighting monsters for so long. What, he's like 30, 31 years old now?
31 years old. And he looks like he finally filled up into his body. Cause
fighting at 55, he did look like...
You go back and he just looked drained all the time. His jiu-jitsu he was a purple belt submitting black belts in the UFC. Yeah. I remember when he got into the UFC, he was a purple belt. The kid's a stud. But I like to see that Felder fight. I think Felder is a dark horse. Like, Gaethje's obviously like the scariest guy in the division after Khabib, but I think Felder's like, he just became the gatekeeper. Like, you wanna see if you're good enough to fight for a title, you have to go through Felder.
Yeah. And as far as Felder's concerned, he's not down with that. Because he said he was going to retire, then he thought about it, and he came out and said, well, I don't want to retire, but I'm only coming back to fight for something that's interesting, something that makes sense money-wise. And
hey, man, I like Felder, but he's just a squirrel in Dana White's world, bro.
That's true.
Dana White does whatever the fuck he wants.
True.
You can say whatever you want.
But Felder doesn't have to fight. Like, he's got his commentating career and all that. So he's only going to be like, if they offer me something that makes sense to me and interests me, then I'll come back. So it's not like he needs the fight to make money and stuff.
You're coming off a loss.
Yeah.
You can't really sit there and ask, "Oh no, I'm not gonna fight this guy." Then don't fight. And
I don't think he's asking. I think
No, I'm saying-
he's just saying if
Yeah.
they don't if I get an offer of interest, then I'm there. If not, then guess I won't fight.
Now he's gonna get shelved. He's gonna. They just won't even ask him. I'm telling you because I've seen it. I've seen it happen. Dana White doesn't care. You could look what he did to Kobe. Kobe was the top guy at 170, and he's like, "All right, you can't fight because of your nose. Fuck you." He gave the title shot to Usman.
Yeah, interim titles don't mean shit.
You know, so it's like he can't take that approach with the UFC. Because honestly, that's the only fight that really makes sense for Felder right now. Because he beat Oliveira, so I would like to see that. I would
Yeah,
like to see that.
I'm thinking they match up. What they're working on: Hooker Poirier, Conor Gaethje, Khabib Tony. Then we got
Is Poirier
I think
coming off the?
Khabib lost.
So how does he get to fight Hooker? I
Because
don't
he's
get. I
still
don't
the
get
number
it.
2 ranked.
Why? Because he
would-
lost to Khabib.
Yeah.
I don't get the rankings, man.
How does that not make sense?
How does it make sense?
Who are they going to put over?
How are you gonna put Hooker against Gaethje?
Why not Conor
Because
Gaethje?
Conor hasn't done shit. Conor beat an old cowboy.
It's
What? So
a
money.
different era.
Alright,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
it's a
money,
different
alright.
era.
But so then the rankings don't mean shit.
Yeah, I guess rankings really don't mean shit nowadays.
Because
But
right now,
that matchup definitely makes sense, though.
money wise, but right now, I would.
Well, that makes sense too. He just lost to the champ.
But he lost.
To the champ.
But he lost.
Well, it was the champ. That's the
Winners
that's
fight
the top.
winners, losers fight losers. It's always happened like that in the UFC until Conor came around. And it's not like Dustin Poirier is such a big name that he's gonna sell a lot of tickets. So it's like, why does he get to? Why does Hooker have to fight Poirier? Fight Gaethje? Everybody wants to see Gaethje go for the title. So then, if Hooker beats Poirier, is Hooker gonna get the title shot?
He'll either get the title shot or the winner of Gaethje Conor.
So then Khabib will be shelved through Ramadan. Then
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. He fights like once a year now, anyways.
I don't know. I think Gaethje should be the one fighting Hooker and then the winner gets a title shot, and then have Conor fight Dustin Poirier. They have history.
That'd be interesting. But they're already working on those matchups.
Conor's not fighting Gaethje. He's not fighting Gaethje.
Let's see.
Conor's balls haven't dropped like that, bro. He is not fighting. But I'm telling you like this: if Conor fights Gaethje, Conor's a gangster, bro.
Bro. But what the fuck is gonna happen now with this virus? Like,
The virus doesn't want to fight Gaethje, bro.
the virus is fucking scared. The virus is like, nah, that dude will fuck me up.
I'm the biggest fucking Khabib fan in the world, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't want Khabib. I'm dying for anybody to beat Gaethje, but Khabib won't have to fight him. That guy is scary, bro.
I don't know. I think Conor would fuck Gaethje up. Blaine
Coming
thinks
from Conor's number one fan.
not number one, but I'm definitely a Conor fan.
You're blind with Conor, bro.
I'm not blind at all.
With Conor,
I'm
bro,
not
come
blind.
on. That's like me with Cuba, bro. Get
Am
out
I
of
in
here.
denial right now?
Super denial.
Fuck.
That's like me saying that Cuba is not my favorite and everything.
Cuba's number one.
I don't know, man. I think Gaethje's scary. I don't know.
Oh no, I think all he has to offer is breaking Conor's will. Because he doesn't give a fuck to
And
wrestle.
what happens to Conor with people that break his will?
But in a striking match, match,
Gaethje's not striking with Conor. Gaethje's gonna just
he's like Yoel. He doesn't fucking use his wrestling.
no, but I think against Conor he will. He if he doesn't.
That's what we thought was gonna happen with Adesanya.
Joel's 59 years old, bro. Joel doesn't want to gas. I don't think Gaethje. That's another thing. Conor gasses. Gaethje does not gas. So it's like if it's the old story. If Conor lands that big left, it's good night. But if he doesn't, if Gaethje could just take that away from him, it's gonna be. I think if it's a dogfight, Gaethje wins. If Conor lands that left, anybody loses. No, if whoever Conor lands that left on it is losing the fight.
I think he gets sniped. But fuck, will we see it?
Shit.
Because now Khabib and Tony might not even fucking happen.
If that shit doesn't happen, man, Khabib should just retire and fucking let Islam Makhachev take over the title. Look, that's another good fight. Why is he fighting fucking Hernandez? Where the hell has Hernandez been for that?
It's because he just came off a real hard fight, and they're like, fuck, we got to build his confidence again.
I think that's exactly what it is. I think he looked bad in his last fight, and I think they're marketing him as the next Khabib.
Oh, 100%.
But he's not.
He's not the next Khabib. He's good. He's got some talent, but he's not the next Khabib.
I think, shit, imagine if Conor ends up being the champ again in like 2 years. That'll be crazy.
That should be wild.
I think Conor should let Hooker fight Gagey, fight Dustin Poirier. Conor beats the shit out of Dustin Poirier. And then you let Khabib and Gagey cancel each other out and come back for the title. That's what I would do if I was Conor. And he has the power to do it.
Yeah, he does, for sure.
That's the only one that tells Dana, jump. And Dana's like, how high, Conor?
So what do you want? Okay, yeah, I got you. But fuck, I think Conor is at a point where he wants to prove something, so he'll take a Gaethje fight. Especially if that Khabib or Tony fight isn't on the table, I think he'll take it. But because it's been talked about, it's been like they said it's in the works. But we'll see what the fuck happens. Who knows? Sports are in the UFC in particular is always in such a weird position when it comes to matchups, and when it comes to McGregor. But now with this whole fucking world crisis, it's like,
I don't know.
when, who, what, when, where.
Yeah, the UFC's at a good point. Like, look right now, Woodley and Edwards just fell apart. So now Kobe's trying to jump in. I like to see that. Kobe and Woodley
They don't even know where they're gonna have the fight.
I don't know. Find like the Miccosukee Indians. I don't know.
Miccosukee. Somebody called the casino right here.
Right. Do it here. I don't know. It could happen, but that'll be good. Like, finally we get Kobe, Tyron Woodley.
I know. I do want to see that. Everybody would pay to see that, especially on 1 week's notice. You got so many people who want to see Kobe get his ass whooped.
I think he beats Woodley, bro.
I want to see him beat him. I want to see Kobe come back and beat him on 1 week's notice.
I think Kobe,
that would be so funny.
But listen to this: if Kobe beats Woodley and George beats Kamaru, then you finally get Kobe and George.
Oh, and that's such a huge.
That's perfect scenario for both of them.
Perfect. Have you seen that picture of Dana White going, and it says load size large?
No.
That's Dana. That would be Dana if that fight came together.
Yeah, man. The UFC right now it had a good. That's funny. The UFC right now is going real good. This card was fucking amazing. The last card besides the Joel fight was real good too. And now for this shit to happen with Tony and next week Edwards.
Next week, that was a huge fight.
And a good card. I don't know what we're gonna do about this coronavirus shit.
I'm trying to fight him, bro.
How about the pig? The pig that fucking burned down all the acres.
Now that's the current event that we need to talk about.
So what was it? A tracker? They put a tracker on him, and another pig ate it?
They put a pedometer, like something that tracks your steps on the pigs to make sure that they're free range. Like, to prove to whatever fucking health organization testing for that. The pig ate it, and when he shit, the chemical from the batteries mixed with the shit and dried hay caused a fire for however many fucking acres.
Yeah. These fucking Canadians making fun of us having coronavirus, and they got pigs burning up their shit.
Pigs, bro. How do you have a pig start a fucking fire on your farm?
That shit is crazy though. Imagine that. Like, he just shits and then it's like it's like a cartoon.
What the fuck? That is a fucking cartoon.
I wonder what the pig was thinking.
Bro, the world is in a South Park episode right now.
I seen The Simpsons. I think The Simpsons had an episode about coronavirus.
The Simpsons know everything.
You're Nostradamus, bro.
Nostradamus. No, fuck that guy. He's not even smart now. He's predicted the world to end like 3 times and it hasn't.
Yeah. Fuck it, man. But I guess if the coronavirus doesn't kill us, we'll be here next week and the week after that.
Hopefully not talking about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Hopefully we got some sports updates, some more UFC shit to talk about. We'll see, dude. Are they gonna have this card?
I think they have it. They have to have it. Like you said, they could find one of those Indian reservations and just do it there.
Yeah, but if Trump's even coming out declaring it a national crisis, you might even have those areas they won't be able to hold shit because the health departments for the states will shut it down.
And do it in another country. Go to Mexico. They fucking let you do anything you want in Mexico.
They won't be able to
Do
get
it
back.
in what's the guy's name? The one that killed himself in jail?
Hernandez?
No.
I was like, what?
Rest in peace there. The guy that had the island.
Epstein?
They should do it in the Epstein Island. Hey,
Epstein didn't kill himself.
no, yeah, his fucking 6'6" fucking cellmate killed him. And we'll go back to the days where men were men.
Trying to go back to Viking days.
Oh, those would be great, bro.
Those would be great.
Imagine that shit just coming into towns and taking over. Just fucking killing and fucking shit. That's it. And having your horse with you all the time. Your horse is like your best friend.
So, you ready to go today?
Yeah.
Imagine how much shit those horses see. And they just can't talk about it.
And
They're
they see
like, damn.
And they see
I'm trying to tell my boys what just happened. That was crazy.
and they see everything extra large because they see you like triple. You know that, right?
For real?
Yeah, that's why they're scared of us.
Damn.
If-
That's a Snapple fact.
Yeah, it is. But if the horses didn't see us like double or triple, they wouldn't be scared of us. They wouldn't respect us. That's why, like, when you're like, whoa, they freak out.
Whoa.
They're like, this big motherfucker
Like,
just...
whoa, what is this guy doing?
Where did
Don't
he-
yell at me, bro.
Yeah. It's like this giant. Can we say giant? You know, it's like they freak out.
Can we say
I think they see everything extra large and shit. I don't
no,
know.
all right, you're drunk.
No, I'm not drunk. I drank 3 beers, bro.
All
I
right.
think they really see things larger. I don't know.
All right, get me the fuck out of this episode. I feel like burning it too.
Yeah, we're talking shit already.
All right, well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this
I wanna
video.
know if I'm right.
Let's see if Google proves this guy right or wrong. My money's on wrong.
With this shit.
Damn, come on, Google. We got that shitty Wi-Fi in here.
And we got the most expensive Wi-Fi. That's crazy. Ha! I'm right, motherfucker. They see things 50% larger than what they are.
Up close objects look 50% larger than they appear to you.
Ah, who's the drunk one now, bitch?
Shit. Still don't think I'm drunk. I just didn't believe.
But yeah, bro. I knew that. I used to own a horse. But peace.
Peace.
I'm right.
Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Keep tuning in. We'll see y'all